everybody, Jerry Bellini here from my Arts and Parts and my year 2017. This month's prompt, it is April, is crayons, pencils, and markers. And today's video, I am going to be showing you how to play with crayons using tyvek, rice paper, brown paper from packaging, file folders, and a file folder again. So I hope you'll enjoy today's video, and let's get started. All right, so here we're going to get started with a piece of recycled brown paper that came in some packaging, and it is not as thick as, say, a paper bag from the grocery store would be. It's thinner, and therefore I think it's going to be awesome to use for collage. Anyway, I clipped it to a piece of very sturdy cardboard, and then I propped it in a stand. You can see the stand at the bottom of the screen. And I did that so that I could get drippage while I was heating the crayons. And my arm is going from right to left because I wasn't really sure what angle you were going to get the best view at. I couldn't stop and look in the camera while I was doing this. So it looks like you're getting a pretty good view of this. And let me tell you, this was serious good fun. I love what was happening to the colors as they were blending together. So you might want to think about that and not put opposite colors together because you might make mud. So I used 3 colors in this. I used a pinkish red, I used a yellow, the second crayon was a yellow, and this is a fluorescent orange. And I just kept moving the crayon around and getting the color where I thought, you know, it needed to be. It does take, 30 seconds maybe to get the crayon warm enough that it would start melting. And this is fast forwarded, so you can't really tell how long it took, but you will get the hang of it immediately, and you will not want to stop. Yeah, trust me, I was having a blast. The next thing we're doing is using Oriental rice paper that I got from Dick Blick. And this is a very absorbent paper. I cut a piece in half and I clipped it onto a piece of heavy cardboard. I am not going to hold it upright like I did with the brown paper. I'm going to leave it flat, but I felt that clipping it kept it in place while I was working, because you are applying pressure to the paper with the crayon, and the heat gun is blowing air, and it does tend to move around. You could also tape it down to your desk. You could do that too. So you see how the wax is absorbing right into the paper. I tried this technique on typing paper and deli paper, and it did not work. Although the wax melted and it looked really gorgeous, as soon as the wax dries, the crayon flakes off. So don't waste your time on a non-absorbent paper. It's just not going to work. And you can see I flipped it over really quick. You could see the color comes through on both sides. So again, that's going to be a great piece of paper for collage. All right, now I am working on a file folder, which is an absorbent paper as well. And this time I'm going to make vertical lines with the crayon. And I'm hoping to use this because I use file folders as my indexes in my year journal. So I'm hoping to cut this up and use it as an index for my April section. So after I got that nice and hot, and I fast forwarded through a lot of this and skipped through a lot of this because it was getting kind of boring just watching me put the color down. But after I got all the color down, I took this scrapey tool like you would on a jelly plate and made these marks. And you can see I have mark making tools on the right. You can try lots of mark making tools. Let me know how you make out. All right, now we're doing this on a piece of tyvek. And I taped it down to the table. And this is tyvek. This particular piece is from a roll of tyvek that the contractors use to put on the siding of a house. There is a huge difference between this tyvek and the envelope tyveks that you get from the post office. You can see the weave if you look in the video picture there. You can see that the weave, it's a lot stronger, and the paper seems to be a little thicker. So anyway, once I got the color down, then I decided to use the heat gun to really melt the tyvek. And every couple minutes, I would flip the tyvek over and use a brayer or my hand to keep it flat. Because I wasn't really sure, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this piece of tyvek. But okay, I pointed out that hole. You have to move really quickly with tyvek because if you stay in one spot too long with that heat gun, it makes a hole. All right, so now I took a crayon and I'm using the side of the crayon and I'm actually highlighting the creases to make it look a little grungy, vintagey, whatever. And see how beautiful that is? And now this paper is pretty flat, and I did this technique. I made a bunch of different colors, as you can see. And this paper is pretty flat. I think you could put this through your Cuttlebug and cut out different shapes. Let's see, I did a pink and purple. And the one on the left is all metallics. And that one that you're looking at right now, that brown one, is a different brown one. And that one is using the envelope. And I don't know if you can see how much smoother that looks. Even with the crayon on it, you can't see, it just is really, it's really much smoother than the contractor's roll of tyvek, and thinner. And that one, you see I didn't poke a hole in. Okay, everybody, here's some close-ups of the papers that I made, and I hope you enjoy them, and thank you so much for watching. And I hope you have a blessed day full of love and art. Till next time.